Well, AEW, folks, AEW tonight. Last night in the Daly's Place Center. This is the last night they will be in Daly's Place, I'm sure, for a very long time until, they come back here. But after being here for over 15 months due to the pandemic, this is the last night before they go on the road next week. And they will be in Miami. And I'm going to get more into that later. But yeah, this is the last night they are going to be in Daly's Place, folks. But we do kick it off with JR Excalibur and Tony Schiavone, with Chris Jericho also on commentary. He does his Judas thing. And of course, Jericho's going to most likely try to outshine everybody on commentary. Some would say heel Jericho on commentary was better, which I can agree to that. Face Jericho is not bad, but I'm sure people will probably got annoyed by him for being over the top and yelling. Jericho yells over everybody. I will say that I like Jericho on commentary, but he tends to yell over you a lot, okay? He really kind of yells over you. But we do kick it off with a tag team match, the Young Bucks, which I have no idea what kind of look they're going for with these porn mustaches. And Kenny Omega had it later on the night too, but I don't know. It's with the mutton chop. Like, are they trying to like Ole Anderson or something? I don't get it. Where they're going with this, but they went against Eddie Kingston, Pentagon, which I feel like I've seen this match so many times in a different I've seen this match almost going for 4 weeks now. Okay, in some type of variation with these guys. If it ain't the Young Bucks or maybe like Cutler involved or the Good Brothers involved or even Don Callis to an extent, you're gonna have Eddie Kingston, Pentagon, Pac, Kazarian. Like it's been like almost the same match but in different variations. Which I swear I saw this match like almost a week ago, to be honest. So I feel like I've seen this one too many times. Um, the match itself wasn't bad. It was a good opener and whatnot. Some would say it was still a little over the top. I think the most messed up thing was Rick Knox getting the 3 count, and which it was an actual 3 count, and the fans even chanting that was three. That was three. That was three. So I think that was a legitimate botch. I don't know what was up with that, but I look at Rick Knox as the referee sometime. The guy looks like an idiot out there because just some of the stuff he calls is. Some people think it's storyline with the Bucks. I'm not sure if that's true, but some of this shit just looks ridiculous. It really does, to be honest with you, okay? And I know the Good Brothers got involved. Kazarian got involved. He nearly killed Brandon, what is his name, Cutler out there and whatnot with Big Lariat. Pentagon hit the Fear Factor on Matt Jackson and Pentagon. And I think Kingston hit a kick and Pentagon won the match, which I guess now they will get. This was an eliminator match apparently, but I guess they'll get a tag team title match now next week at the Rager. What's it called? Rage Bash Rage. I'll get to that in a second. I don't remember the name, but yeah, basically, they won the tag team match from there. Um, Next, they went to who did they go to? I know they said Jack Evans was going against Jungle Boy, which we went to Christian saying he's proud of Jungle Boy after happened last Saturday, and say you can be, the first AEW wrestler to get 50 wins tonight. Okay, I'm thinking it's 50-0, but it's just 50 wins in general. And I guess Luchasaurus saying dinosaurs are loyal, and now they have Christian's back now since Christian had their back, which I gotta give it to Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy has been on a roll lately. He really has. All right. I think it's kind of a downgrade. He's gone from facing the world champion now to Jack Evans of all people, but the guy has just had he's been on a roll. You gotta admit, Jungle Boy, he's been on a roll. I wish they stopped doing these stop pushes with him. I know we all talk about how he's got a breakout potential and whatnot, but you got to keep the momentum while it's hot because you look at the guy. Hold on a second. I'll call you right back. I'm on the line. Call you right back. But uh, oh my god. Yeah, I see. I just why I don't like doing these things when I got a phone call. It messes up my damn review and shit. So it's like at the worst time. I'm telling you. But yeah, as I was saying before I had that phone call interruption, like I said, Jungle Boy, he's been on a roll lately. But like I said, you got to keep the momentum going while it's going and whatnot. Because like I said, I know they talk about this 50th win thing and whatnot, which he got. Because like I said, the guy's been on a roll. He's had a big title match on Saturday. This guy is he's banging Anna Jay right now. You got to show the man some respect for that. Hey, show respect to that nigga for that one, man. You got Anna Jay. And come on, you got it. Dude was grabbing that ass for real, though. He was grabbing the hell out of that shit in that picture. So you got to show some respect for that right there. Kudos to Jungle Boy for getting that. And like I say, 50th win, but still, strike the momentum while it's hot for him. just kind of keep the push going. Don't put him too back down the card again, okay? Especially after having a world title match. But the guy's got potential, all right? So yeah, Jungle Boy, he's had a hell of a few days, and he's on a roll right now. But next, though, we got Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky out there. As Ethan Page talked about this whole coffin match coming out. It's not to beat Darby Allin, but to exterminate Darby Allin. And, Darby Allin tried to cripple himself, but he said he's tried to cripple himself and whatnot. But, Ethan says he's done that also. Basically, he's threw him down the stairs, and even in the Independence, he's hurt him. And, crippling him physically is not an option anymore. He needs to cripple him mentally and whatnot. And that Darby, he says he's going to beat Darby. He's going to leave him in the coffin. And he said coffin several times, close the coffin door, and bury his confidence forever. Next thing you know, Sting came out with a coffin himself, Darby's music kit, and then they showed a video with him with a flamethrower with a picture of Ethan Page and then burning it. Next thing you know, Sting takes off the drape, and, Darby hops out the coffin. He jumps in the ring. Sting slowly walks there and just Scorpion death drops Scorpio Sky. And then Darby grabbed Ethan Page's face and the referees pulled him apart. And then Page was like, you know what? You can't beat me 100%. And now the match is off now. We're not doing a coffin drop next week. It's done. Okay, well, we'll wait till Fyter Fest, but we're not going to do it now, which was very odd to do. I don't know what's the idea of, preventing it. What? Because he stuck him in the face or just, grabbed him? But, no, you can't have the match now. I don't know if any of these guys are hurt or whatnot, but very odd when you're finally going back on the road next week. And I'm sure people paid money. Well, yeah, they did pay money to go to this show, which was advertised for a while now, I bet, and now you're canceling it the last second. I don't know if this is a swerve in that, but a very strange way just to, we're not going to do the coffin drop match because Darby got involved, and he needs to be on his best behavior for a week, so now he's got to wait till Fyter Fest. But the promo wasn't bad, though, from Ethan Page still, too. I just found it funny Sting walked very slowly to get out there, and, Scorpion Death Drop, killed him. There you go. It's Sting for you. It's Sting! Sting! This is Sting! Jungle Boy went against Jack Evans. Jungle Boy went to Snare Trap. Next you know, Christian comes out as Matt Hardy's crew comes out, and all these crews are battling with each other. Christian and Hardy go at it. Christian tried to get Hardy and pull his suit off, but Hardy got away. MJF, which arguably may be the promo of the night, talking about beating Chris Jericho at his own game. He's better him in the ring on the microphone. He's outsmarted him. He's for the Pinnacle. And that Jericho, wants to attack me during interviews and whatnot. And he's questioning what will he stop and trying to, stoop at his level. Because the inevitable is that he's better than Jericho, as he said. He offered Jericho another match down the road, but it's going to be some stipulations now. And they're going to have a face-off next week. But he revealed the stipulations right after he beats Jericho, protege right there. Sammy Guevara and all the simp Sammys on his little YouTube can cry about it, whatnot, because he's just a punk. And he's better than him, and he knows it, and he will accept almost any stipulation. But MJF basically said he's better than him. So great promo by MJF. Not a real good promo by him in general. Andrade, which had subtitles, so he's gonna face Matt something next week in his debut match. So yeah, Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal he's facing. I almost there. Kenny Omega came out. Still on going with this sideburn haircut and whatnot. Like I said, trying to look like Ole Anderson or Triple H when he had the sideburns and whatnot. As Kenny got on the microphone saying, what are you going to ask me, huh? Because I'm the toughest guy in AEW right now. I got the highest merch. Wow, I felt like I heard a phone call right there, but I've got this, I got everything right now. He's one of the most promising people on the roster, and basically he's beating everybody around here. There's no one that can stop him. That he's taking titles from other promotions also. No one's left in the ranks of AEW. And when the Dark Order came out, that's when I started to laugh, because even I'm like, Kenny, who am I facing? Any of you guys? Which Kenny would murder all these guys, and I just can't take the Dark Order seriously. And basically, I gotta be 5 again or something. You guys wouldn't last 2 minutes in the ring with him. But then even Uno, Pizza Man right there, basically said, there's someone that can challenge you. You were friends with him, and that one person I'm talking on his behalf, which we know it's Hangman Page. And listen, I get there just, setting up the table for Hangman and everything, but it's just when the Dark Order does it, I just can't take it seriously and whatnot, which I know Hangman got mad about it in the back, saying we're just trying to help and everything. And basically, you guys think I'm stupid or something. And no, you're not stupid, but you gotta get back on that horse and you gotta get that title shot. So honestly, I'm surprised they still got Hangman hanging with the Dark Order, because I don't even know what the point of him hanging is. And Hangman's been getting wins and whatnot, but he just needs to separate himself away from this jobber crew. I'm sorry. I've tried to get in Dark Order. It's just not working. Okay. It's not. And that's why I just couldn't really take him seriously out there when Omega was out there. Okay. But we know it's gonna be Hangman going after Omega for that title now. I heard something. But yeah, we know it's gonna be him going after that title. Okay, so Kenny did his whole catchphrase and he walked off. Then Brian Pillman Jr. saying he doesn't share Miro's faith and whatnot, and he wants to call himself God's favorite champion. But tonight he's gonna take him out, because next we have Miro versus Brian Pillman Jr. for the TNT title. Miro had new music, which almost sounded like a gladiator, like a Rome going into war type of music. And he called himself the Redeemer now. Which Miro, man, like I said, the guy just looks like a beast out there. Okay, like I said, it's an upgrade. It's just an upgrade. I know I've said this thousands of times now. He should have came in like this. He really should have. Okay, like he shouldn't have been part of that whole Kip Sabian, Penelope, pit stop, whatever wacky racist type of thing going on. That was bad. But this right now, current Miro is a monster. Okay, he's a monster out there, and he killed Pillman Jr. So, like I said, I can't really say nothing bad about him right now. He's probably one of the best things in the company right now. The whole God's favorite champion thing, that's great. I like it. I like it a lot. Next, Taz was saying that Ricky Starks and Brian Cage aren't here, and say they're gonna have a match on July 14th. I don't know how smart of an idea that is to have Ricky Starks in the ring with Brian Cage. I'm sure he's safe and whatnot, but after coming off a broken neck, is that a good idea? Next, probably the worst match of the entire night. Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero versus Britt Baker and Rebel. Listen, I could come up with 1,000 reasons why this match sucked and had no point to it, okay? And this was bad. This was botchy. And, unfortunately, Rebel ended up getting hurt throughout the match, and they had to carry her out, which we never saw until somebody posted it online. But yeah, she had to be carried out. We don't know what the injury is. And then it would make sense, what they had Nyla taking over, and then kind of what Vicky's in tags out, and then what Nyla Rose gonna go for some dive or jump off the top rope, but then Vicky's knocked into the turnbuckle, just knocks out Nyla Rose, and then the lockjaw, and then Vicky didn't look like she sold it. She didn't really sell it, and then Nyla Rose attacked, and then put Britt Baker through a table. Listen, this whole shit was bad. Okay? All of it was bad. It was bad. It sucked. The only thing good about this was Britt Baker's Scott Hall gear. Okay? Hey, yo. But this was shit. I don't know. This was like someone got hurt in the process. And my friend said this tonight. You have your last match, your last AEW women's match in a Daily's place, and this is the way you want to go out. This was shit. Okay? That was shit. That was bad. That was botchy. I'm sure it'll end up on Botchamania. But man, come on, someone got hurt in the process. This shouldn't even been a match. And I can come up with a lot of reasons why none of these people are really that good, okay? I can say a lot of things about Vicky Guerrero shouldn't have been there in general. Same goes there for Nyla Rose being bad, and Rebel's not that good either. I'm sure everybody's going to say, well, she's thick as hell. Yeah, that's true. But people said that about Rebel for years now, but this was not good. It wasn't. It sucked. And she got hurt in the process. So it looked like shit. Next, I know they had FTR. Not FTR, but Santana Ortiz and Hager cut a promo. I'm glad his promo was short. I know they said Conan will be in their corner next week. So we got a little LAX going on next week. So LAX making a mini return again. So at least that'll be good. In the main event, though, we had Sammy Guevara versus MJF, which they got a lot of time out there. Sammy Guevara got a big reaction and whatnot. This was really good. I like this match, except maybe a bit of the finish, but this was good. There's some scary spots out there, especially the tombstone off the top ropes, which, by God, that looked deadly. I'm surprised it wasn't even over after that. That should have ended it off there because I'm like, man, Sammy hits his GTH move, still no 3. He hits the 630, still doesn't work. I'm like, so many near falls, but then Shawn Spears comes out, and then Jericho comes out, then Wardlow attacks Jericho and throws him, and then Spears just hits um Sammy in the head, which I'm surprised we're still doing chair shots to the head nowadays, but hits him in there with a chair. MJF covers him, and it's over. Really good match though. I enjoyed it. I could have done without those shenanigans at the end, but this was really good. I'm just surprised it went. I'm surprised it went this long, but this was a great match. Some scary spots there here and there, and I'm just surprised it ended almost like 4 or 5 finishes ago. But before we did leave, they left one last video package of everything that has gone on AEW in this pandemic era for the past 15 months. From the beginning, where there was no crowds, from countless debuts that have happened in Daly's place, from Brody Lee to Matt Hardy to FTR to Mark Henry to the Big Show to I don't say it's a debut in a way, but from crossovers from New Japan Pro Wrestling like Kenta and Yuji Nagata, from Andrade, recently, to just pay-per-views, to Stadium Stampede, to title changes. There's a lot of things to say in that video package of everything that has gone on in AEW, from having no crowd to slowly having a crowd to having Sting debut to just to a lot, man. It's a lot. Okay, just many things. Trust me, yeah, I know it's a small crowd when Sting debut, but man, did I jump out of my seat when Sting came in. From Brian Cage to Taz to, well, I think Taz was already there, but from Brian Cage though to Ricky Starks to Eddie Kingston, that's debut. From John Moxley's very long title reign, from Kenny Omega winning the title, from the Good Brothers, from this partnership with Impact, like I said, Impact and New Japan. It's a lot, I could say, from Blood and Guts to um man, I'm just naming, and all the pay-per-views out there, from All Out to Revolution. Let's not talk about the Exploding Death match thing. That was bad. But it's many things you could say about AEW in the pandemic era, okay? Which we are still in a pandemic. Let's not forget we're still here in a pandemic. I know shit's open back up, but this shit ain't going away, okay? It's a vaccine, not a cure. Remember that shit. And with this Delta thing going on, we may end up back in Daly's place if this Delta thing gets bad. So I don't want to say too much right now, but I'd still be careful about that. I will say the saddest thing about that video package is that Brody Lee, unfortunately, we never got a chance to see him in front of a full crowd in AEW. I think that's probably one of the saddest things. And listen, we can talk about the tribute show they did for him, and they did an incredible job, for what they did for him and his family. Um, and his death and whatnot. So I'm not gonna go into the whole kid me on TV right now. I've already said what I've had to say. I'm sure many people have things to still say about that, but I'm not gonna go into that right now. But I think it was kind of sad that, man, he never got to see a full crowd while being in AEW. So yeah, and before we ended it off, JR calling it WWE Dynamite. Um, WWE Dynamite, folks, will be here next week. Inside job. JR, he's called Kenny Omega the WWE champion. Now we're on WWE Dynamite, folks. WWE Dynamite. But yeah, man, it's time for a change of scenery. We've done the Daily's Place enough. It's time to leave. We'll be back again someday. Right now, AEW's only in Florida and Texas. Well, it tells you something. But they are coming back to Chicago. All Out. Hoffman Estates again, I see. I wish they didn't go back there and just went back to the damn fucking Wintrust Arena, but will I go to All Out? Tickets on sale July 9th, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, it's time to leave. They'll be in Miami next week. Like I said, from watching, I know more wrestling shows are getting back crowds nowadays and whatnot, but from just watching wrestling with no crowd, it was eerie at first. It really was. But after 3 weeks to a month, I got used to the whole empty arena thing, okay? Because some say, do you miss the fans? I say, yeah, we need crowd reactions back and pops and whatnot. I'll admit that. But I'm not going to lie. I got used to the whole not having fans thing. The problem was this. People didn't want to adapt. People were like, I'm not going to watch stuff without a crowd. And I said, yeah, you are right. There needs to be a crowd, but it's like this. You either adapt or you get left behind. All right. Some niggas I know, they didn't want to adapt. Okay. I adapted. All right. And you just had to go with the flow because you knew this shit wasn't going to go on for a long time. And some people eventually just coming back like, oh, it's not so bad. But even if it was about a month ago, you were saying, well, I'm not going to watch it because there's no crowd. I don't want to hear all blah, blah, blah. Yo, that's so bad since they made this bubble thing. Now, motherfucker, you was going to come back and watch this shit regardless. That goes with wrestling or any other sport from the NBA or baseball when that whole bubble thing was happening. So I shit on motherfuckers when they say, oh, it's not so bad. Even though like a month or two ago, you were just saying, I ain't gonna watch it, okay? You either adapt or you get left the fuck behind. That's what happens. Adapt or get left behind, all right? And I adapted. And now that's kind of over for right now. So, like I said, it's crazy how this whole thing went, but I got used to it after a while. But it is nice to have the fans back though and get actual crowd, reactions and whatnot again. So Miami folks, no more Daly's Place until for a while now. So yeah, this was the last night. I thought it was a pretty cool video package at the end. So we'll be back next week with more WWE Dynamite, folks, as JR said. WWE, I'm sure so many people are going to shit on him, so now it's not even funny. I'm not even going to shit on JR. I'm just laughing that he even said that. But I just thought that was funny, though. WWE Dynamite. He's already called the WWE Champion before, but WWE Dynamite, folks. So yeah, but I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. What a way to go out of Daly's Place. This show is okay, though, at the same time. Wasn't the greatest thing. But yeah, peace out. Comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Hooded890. Done.